Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. I have two charity things to talk about, a little bit about my word of the year, Midnight Moon, and some awesome fabric I got in that I want to show you. So first of all, I have the Make-A-Wish quilt that on Friday we had the next block for you to make, and then I have to get mine ready to go to Gina Tell to be quilted so that it can be auctioned off. So I have these two little clips of some of my thought process for getting it organized. So let's take a look. So what I've just done is cut all of the sashings that go between everything. And then here are the blocks. And what I'm going to do is just sort them, go by my diagram where I know where everything is for my coloration, and sort this out and start doing the vertical rows. And then I'll be sewing them across to each other. And this is my working ahead to get the Make-A-Wish charity quilt done so that Gina Tell can quilt it so it can go up for auction. This is column number 1. So I have all the blocks here, and what I'll do is just sew this one, and then I'll just go and sort the next one and go along like that. I think I'll just do them one at a time. That way I don't have to stack them all over the place because it just works well. So at this point I have all 5 columns sewn, and then I just need to, do the spacers between them, and then there's a border around it, and the backing is already done. So this can all be packaged up this week to go out to Gina. I already contacted her, so that is fabulous. I'm thinking I might interview Gina, see if she wants to come on, and I'll do a chat with her about her quilting and what she does. She is the one that quilts a lot of things for Kimberly Jolly at the Fat Quarter Shop, and you've seen her on Kimberly's videos sometimes because she lives near there, so she would come into the studio and she's taped a few things that she does. So Gina is just such a wonderful, wonderful person. So I'm excited to have her quilt this year for Make-A-Wish. I have got my Summer All Day t-shirt on, hopefully thinking after this round of rain and chilly weather that we're finally going to have spring, which will roll into summer. We may not even have much spring. Usually by this time it just goes right to summer. So I am ready. Okay, the other charity thing is my quilts for Ukraine. Here we go. Ta-da! So the top is all done, ready to be quilted. I haven't made the backing yet. And I also want to make a pillowcase. So at some point here, maybe next Monday, I will sort of walk through the steps of making a pillowcase. I think that would be pretty fun. And I'll have to get this quilted, so I'll have to be sending it to the spa. Now, the word of the year. My word of the year is space. And I'm not really diving too much into that. I'm sort of keeping it a kind of a front and center in a way of creating space in my environment by reducing my quilts. I have to go through more of them. I have to do another wave of my quilts to figure out which ones will go to charity. That's on my list of things to do. But I'm keeping that front and center in my mind, and every so often I go into a group. Like right now I have probably about 20 that I have already given away that last round that I showed you. Some of them went to the one transition home, but I haven't documented them on my gallery online, so that's on my list. Another thing on my list, Midnight Moon. I have made let's see now, from last week I've got one of the bear paw from last week, which I think I had already shown you, and I got all of the buzzard blocks done. So all the buzzard blocks are done. And today we have the first of the bonus blocks that came. That's a free pattern, and so all of you can download it even if you're not sewing Midnight Moon from the book, Summer Moon. So I have a walkthrough of this bonus block, which is darling. Let's go. This week on Midnight Moon, it is a bonus block from the fabric designer April Rosenthal. This is the fabric that we're using, and I just love it. It is so darling. Now I want to use the same background fabric that she had. I bought extra of that, so I have enough that I can do the bonus block. But instead of using her dot or her little star, which I guess is from her line, that's this one, I think I'm going to use this orange that I have. It's a little bit more muted black, which is interesting, and it's got the orange dots, and I've had this one a while, but look at the edge. I think this may have been from Bunny Hill. Look at the little bunnies for the color dots. So what do you think? I'm thinking that that will work out okay. So I will cut these up and I'll put them on this little bit bigger design board. It is a bigger block. And I did notice she has you trim it to 8.5. But there's plenty of room to trim it to the 8, which is what the book is requiring. So I'm not sure about that. So we'll have to wait and see if there's some other use for this or some other thing she's doing with it. But I will go ahead and get everything ready and show you it all laid out. In order to cut this effectively, what I did was this is for M, there are 3 strips, 1.5 by 5.5, and I wanted to not go the whole length of fabric so I can save this for something else. Otherwise, if I just cut each strip all the way to the end, I would have all these extra things left over. So this is much more usable than having a bunch of, 1.5 inch strips left over from here by cutting the whole width across. So instead I just cut a chunk, and then now this is 5.5. So now I can just do my 3 cuts that I need from here. And this is much more effective and frugal. So I cut a little bit past so that there's just a little bit of waste, but I'd rather do that than have misjudged a little bit. And so these guys now go over here, and then I believe I just have a little bit more black to cut, and that's done. Now everything is ready and cut to do the Batty Bat. Whoops. So what I will do is sew this front part just like page 1, which is the strip sets, and then I will flip it over and do the bat's head and this sort of extended piece to get the outer, that top corner done. At the Moda website, there is a step-by-step tutorial, but I thought I'd just show you this spot where we're trimming, because you want to trim and you have to measure a little bit. So I'm following the directions, go up as far as it says, and then I'm taking a chalk pencil so that I can see it, because if I don't use a chalk pencil, all my other ones are not they're not dark enough, or they're not light enough rather. So there's the chalk pencil mark, and then I have to do the same thing at the top for what it tells me, and that's going this way. Whoops. That's going this way, not down the side, but it's going across the top to mark. So be really careful that you do it on the right place, because otherwise your cut across here is going to be off. So you're marking up on the bottom side, up on the bottom side, and across on the top side. Then I'll take a longer ruler. This is my 6.5. This is my 12.5. Take the longer ruler and go marking to marking. And this is a bit oversized, so you have a little bit of wiggle room. And there we go. So that's trimmed off. Now I will make the bat's face. There we go. Make the face and the little ears, and then that ends up going into this part up here. A little correction on here I just found while I was sewing. This G should be 2 inches wide, not 1.5. So that is these strips that go on either side of the face, of the bat face, and they were too narrow at there, you can see there they were too narrow. So I'm sure that's corrected on the pattern by now, but since I'm sewing this on Saturday, you can see that I just had to cut some new ones. These won't go to waste. I'm sure there's going to be a place for me to use a 1.5 inch strip in the other blocks. And the Batty Bat is done. Look how cute this is. Now April shows you a mock-up here of the bat block done in repeat for a whole quilt with just the bat block and alternating with a different fabric, which is just so darling. Isn't that cute? Who else needs a bat quilt? I might need a bat quilt. We actually have bats here in our area. Betty the Bat, Betty and Bob, Bob and Betty the Bat. We don't know if they're boy and girl, but that's what we call them because there's 2 of them that fly around here in the summer. All right, now I want to show you something that I got. Because the other day when our sew sampler came and there was this sea fabric, I didn't open this up, but I knew what it was all about, and I should have opened it up then. And several of you were like, oh, you didn't open it up and show the fabric. Well, I ordered more of this and I want to show you all of it. So let's go. Down here on the table. So I'll just open the jelly roll, and then we can look at what the prints are, and then I will show you over here what I got, and another piece of fabric. Okay, so this has mermaids. This is by Stacy Itsu from Moda, and it's called The Sea and Me. And she did one with her very early lines, was called Coral by the Sea or something like that. I just love it. The mermaids are gorgeous. The aqua green and pink colorway. Look at these. What are they? Sea anemones, enemies, whatever it is. I can't say that word. So wonderful. And then this is what I love. Look at this great big print with the two color. Just the green one is wonderful. The pink, and then there's sort of a peachy color. I love this. Look how sweet this is. I just love nautical prints, things with lobsters. Yeah, lobsters. Can't have enough lobsters. And then different colorways. Starfish on coral. It's gorgeous. And then a coral fabric, like, you know, like the coral shapes, and then tiny little seashells in aqua, yeah, pink and coral. Okay, let me show you. I went and bought the whole kit and caboodle. Yes, I did. So first of all, I got the whole thing. I got the fat 1/8 bundle because now this is what came. Remember, this is what came with the layer cake in the Sew Sampler box. To do this, and I don't know, I'm thinking that might be pretty cute. I might need to do this, hang it in my hall. It's like a perfect size for that hall space. But I went and got a fat 1/8 because I bought this pattern. I just love it. This one didn't have a kit, so it's like the whale tails. I think that's what those maybe are, or it's seaweed and the whale and fish, several kinds of fish. I just think it's darling. So I got more pieces. So, you know, the supply list, when you look at a pattern online, the supply list here is listed online as well, so that you can just order everything at once. So I did get the fat 1/8, and I went and got the yardage to do. So, you know, so this has got, you know, like some half-yard pieces I bought extra because of what it's going to need. Oh, here's some other fabric I bought. I forgot that was in there. Look how cute that is with the kitties. That has nothing to do with this. But I I had to buy these extra pieces because I need more of them for this pattern than what is in the fat 1/8. I'll have to get that kitty fabric out of there. I forgot it was in there. So then I have more here that I got, so that I have enough. And then the piece de resistance. I bought the panels. Oh, no, here's more. So I have everything to do this one, and probably more than enough. But I bought the panels. Let me show you the panels. Ah, they're just so stinking cute. Look, they're dolls. Let me see. So here you can see the Mermaid Doll, and there's, I don't know how many dolls are on here, but they have a tail. So like, I guess that's its costume. Here, let me just hold this up. I think it might be easier if I hold it up. So this is what the first one, when it was her first line that had coral, it also had a doll with an outfit. So I think that the tail part is part of the outfit, and then you can see the rest of the dolls, you know, the fronts and the backs. Ah, these are so cute. And then she also had a soft book. So you know, make this these into the book. The perfect fish to float. Fish. Look. Look at all this. Look how cute that is. Oh, puffer fish, love to float. And on the back are the directions. So the fabric panel comes with your directions on what to do. I have to read through it. There's little, I'm not sure what all these different parts are. It's probably something you sew onto a section, you know, because there's a bunch of little panels, so I'm not really sure. I have to read it, but it is so cute. And the selvage edge is little starfish. And then I bought, which I don't know why, but I thought I might just need a few solids that match for something. And so I went and got the solid package. I don't know if they still have them, but I'll link you below and at the website today. So there is solids that go with this, which I thought was a brilliant idea. I just am so excited because I love this pattern. I will make it up. Maybe I'll sew on it this summer. It'll be the next thing after, you know, well, I've got Midnight Moon I'm cutting into little things, and I've got that kit with the phrases I need to finish up. I have a lot of that done. And then I'll start cutting these so that I can sort of do it as I'm doing other things. The fabric is just so cute. I'm so happy I did that because sometimes I go like, and like I never did buy much of coral. I think I had that line. I think I only got like a charm pack or something. So I just decided, no, I'm getting it all. There's a couple of little girls in the family, so I can make the book for them. I think that would be super cute. Maybe I'll even make the dolls. We'll see how ambitious I am to make the dolls. I've not done anything like that for a long time. Okay, and the other fabric I got was the tomatoes. Look how cute this is. Oh, they're just so cute. This is from Ruby Society, and it comes on 3 backgrounds, like a tan and this, and I forget the other one was. But I got the pink. So, so cute. Okay, what do we have today? We've been doing a lot of stuff. So it's a good day. It's a good day to have a good day and maybe be a little batty. I think this would be just so cute as a full quilt. So any of you can download this and go ahead and take advantage of that. Now the bonus blocks are free from Moda, and this one's from April Rosenthal, who designed this fabric line. So cute. Okay, if you are still working on your quilts for Ukraine, I would love to see where you are with it, like if you have just blocks, or maybe you're just starting with your fabric, or your whole quilt top is done. I would love for you to share it. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.